just want to say before we kick off with this episode, I apologise. In this episode, there's a bit of wind noise. There's not much I could really do about it, so I apologise about it. I'm still learning. There's the dog. Say hi. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. I know it's a bit of a short episode, but I wanted you guys to see this. It's a bit of a sort of a first test drive and a first wash. I didn't want to just get rid of the video, so I apologise. It's slightly short, but enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys start next week for a very messy episode indeed. Also, quick point to note, whilst I was editing this, I didn't hear it whilst I was driving here, but you'll see like something pop up at the bottom of the screen. Whilst I was reversing it out of the shot, I heard the clutch spigot bearing bush make the typical like noise, which is just basically we're now gonna have to do a clutch on this, so that'll be another episode. But yes, enjoy the vid. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and thank you for joining me again. Now, in the last episode, you saw me get this thing actually running, and I couldn't be happier. Now, I haven't actually moved it since, and I haven't taken it for a test drive. I want to give it a first wash, so that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. I've just put the wash stuff in the back, so let's take it out, and do you know what? I haven't even moved it, so hopefully the gearbox is okay, hopefully the clutch works, and obviously, it's one thing revving the engine, and it sounds all good, but once you put it under load, it could be a different story. It could be slightly missing. There could be something wrong with the sensors or something. So there's one way to find out. We're going to go and get it washed first, and we're going to go for a quick test drive and make sure that everything's okay. It runs. It looks so much different when it's running. Maybe that's just me, because I know the hell that we went through to get this thing running. But it looks like a real peach, and let's give it a clean, because then it might show some surprises. Oh, it's just hell in this interior as well. Look at that. Oh. So it's finally clean. It's not polished, it's probably not ideal weather to be cleaning it, to be honest, because it's a bit hot. However, it's come up really, really neat. It looks really, really decent. I've left it running the whole time, so actually let's see what the temperature's doing. Nice and low. I put the heater on to bleed the coolant. Feels warm, which means the head gasket is in good order. Cool, that's really hot actually. Switch it off. It's nice and straight. There are a few marks commensurate with its kind of age. To be expected. The crossmem is really letting it down, but obviously we're putting a new one of them on. There's going to be some various paintwork going on that we're going to touch this thing up with, and then obviously we can start the build. But for now, it's nice and clean, it's kind of presentable, and let's take it for a spin and see what this thing's like on the road. It sounds healthy. The turbo sounds a lot different. You've got a lot more of like a turbo whistle. I don't know what it's like until obviously we try and pull it. Basically the temperature's going up, but up to like a normal status, not like it's going up. Shit, we've got to do it again. The back suspension feels a bit soft, but we'll be changing that. But I'll say no more. Oh. Oh, it pulls lovely. It's actually driving. It feels really, really good. I can smell that it's had a rebuild. Smell all the fingerprints burning off. It doesn't smell burning, doesn't smell anything. It's running really nice. It drives really, really nice. The turbo definitely spools a bit sooner. Really happy with it. There's no leaks at all. Temperature's good. It's not overheating. Not a single drop on the floor. It's still sounding good. Really happy with it. Guys, so I've just pulled over here at the new shop, and I'm just so impressed with how this is driving, actually, considering what I had to go through to rebuild this engine and do it again. I'm satisfied to say that the job's done correctly. It's performing absolutely wonderfully. I was a little bit concerned that in some engines, and depending on what job, I don't really know why this is, but sometimes the engine's just never the same again once it's had a head gasket rebuild. It always then crops up issues and sensor problems and the rest of it. I think taking the extra time and replacing all those bits that I did is really going to pay off with this one, because it's feeling really strong and healthy. It sounds good. Obviously we're going to flush the oil again, but I want to do approximately probably 30 miles in the car just to make sure that we've got every last trace of any mess left in the engine. So, and then we can give it like one of those oil conditioners. I know it probably doesn't work, but it does something up here just to make sure that I've done my most in terms of saving this engine. And I'm really happy with it. The turbo feels good. It certainly boosts a little bit sooner, but it really needs a remap. That's just the way these TD5s are. We're not going to go too aggressive on the remap, but just a nice stage one, just to actually give it some performance. It just currently feels like it's missing a cylinder, and they always do. And the minute you map them, massive difference if you go super aggressive. But no, really happy with it. I'm happy with how clean it looks. It looks clean and straight and honest. It's just been neglected, and it's certainly savable, and I cannot wait to get into this and really get stuck into this build, where at the moment we're still trying to bring this one back from the dead. But pretty much we're done with the engine. We've literally got to cut off the rear end and do the chassis, and then we can really start having some fun with it. And this one's going to look so sick. I've got so many parts of this one, and it's definitely getting suspension and wheels, and there's going to be a few surprises here, but this one's going to be a real cracker. So yeah, let's take it back to the workshop and we'll see you guys there. Okay guys, we made it back to the workshop, and I'm just giving it another look over just to make sure, once it's up to temperature, now's your time to check for leaks and the rest of it. And like I said previously, I know that this looks slightly messy in terms of the well seal and the sealing which is around this, but I'd rather use a bit too much and have it sort of seep out like that and know that it doesn't leak, and then sort of come back to it, after everything's really settled down, and then we can clean all this off. But at least we know that it's leak free, and I'm happy to say that I can't see a single leak from the cylinder head or anywhere doing this rebuild, which is really nice to see, because usually you find you have something that leaks inevitably and you've got to strip everything off. But I'm happy to say that using copious amounts of sealant, everything is leak free and bone dry, and it's sounding good. And really over the moon that this thing is back from the dead, running, sounding good. And now it's time to really have some fun with it. So okay guys, that's going to be it for this episode, and thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit subscribe, and don't forget to comment, tell me what you guys think. And please stay tuned, because on the next episode we're going to get very, very dirty and messy indeed, because we've got to cut the rear end of this off, and it's such a one of those jobs where you just got to cut the chassis off and just weld a new one on. So I'm sure that episode is going to be filled with lots of surprises, and it's going to get very messy. It's going to be rust and welding and all things Land Rover. So don't forget to stay tuned for the next one, guys. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is @JuiceMotors, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.